coverage.
You have watched
I do watch. You guys make news every week.
every
so
day.
It's
We
an
are
honor.
the big political show.
I was just wondering if you were wearing black as a consequence of, like, the death of the political left in the debate last night.
How dare you?
The United States, President Obama,
It's quite something to observe.
You know, don't count the dead yet, the bodies. Let's give it a little time before we count.
Well,
these.
Joe Biden, at least. I mean, I was hoping that maybe Whoopi's bell could wake up the Biden campaign if you hit it.
I thought he was actually, he didn't do any harm to himself last
What state's he going to win? I mean, this is a man who's...
wait,
The fundamental premise of the Biden campaign is that he's electable, and he can't seem to win elections. So now you have socialist Bernie Sanders against billionaire Michael Bloomberg.
Yeah. Well, the Republicans love a billionaire. They love money. So what are you talking about?
Well, Michael Bloomberg used to be a Republican. It's fascinating
No, he was
that right
a Democrat
now
first.
the Democratic Party is likely not going to nominate a Democrat. They're either going to nominate a socialist or someone who some time ago was a Republican.
the United States, President Obama,
Let's talk about...
None of them. I don't think any of them are going to beat the president. I think we have a raging economy right now. The American family is seeing revenue pour in as a consequence of higher wages, more productivity, more business investment, more capital coming from overseas into our nation.
Donald Trump was a Democrat first.
He was. We've all sort of been politically square dancing for a while, and I think that we're in a time of real political realignment in our country.
let's talk about your boss for a second, because yesterday...
Well, my boss are the people of Northwest Florida.
Yeah, okay. So yesterday, Trump...
Well, don't dismiss them. It's the highest concentration of active duty military in the country.
It's true.
And
It's
I know
true.
Megan's dad served there, so you can attack me if you want, but
I'm
don't
not
attack my
attacking you. I'm
constituents.
asking you a question.
Okay.
Yesterday, Trump announced he's appointing another loyalist of his, Rick Grinnell, as his acting director of national intelligence. But Grinnell, as you know, has absolutely no intelligence experience. And he's overseeing all 17 of our intel agencies. He stands between us and the next ISIS attack. And, you know, I don't know that it's a smart idea to put somebody who's inexperienced like that, and who's also a yes man, in that position. He's going to have to tell Trump things that he's not going to want to hear. You know how he doesn't like that. Trump doesn't like that.
Well, actually, if you look at the team he's assembled with people like John Bolton, the president regularly surrounds himself with people who disagree with him. I think some of the most spirited discussions I've had have been with Lindsey Graham, Rand Paul, myself, and the president discussing foreign policy. But on Rick Grinnell, 50 years ago, a gay man or woman would not be able to serve in our intelligence community. There were teams of people that went to find out if you were gay.
Wait a second.
And they would, we'll get into Grinnell's qualifications, but just for a moment, I would like to take a second to reflect on the fact that it is a good thing in this country that we do not ban gay people from being able to patriotically serve in the intelligence community.
Just transgendered people.
Well, we shouldn't be banning anybody based on who they are and who they love.
Well,
That's not the kind of Republican I am, and it's not the kind of Republican the president is. So on Rick's qualifications, 8 years at the UN, 2 years in Germany.
Yeah.
He advised the Security Council. And Berlin, where he was active, is one of the hotbeds of intelligence activity. Nothing happens there without the chief of station and the ambassador working together. So Rick Grinnell is very qualified.
So
I
you're
think
saying
it is a
he's
breakthrough appointment.
Okay,
yeah, that's my argument.
Germany, by the way, I was reading about him. They think he's very thin-skinned, but that's another story.
Well, I mean, this is the view, aren't we all? The ambassador working together, so Rick Grinnell, the ambassador working together, so Rick Grinnell, the ambassador working together, so Rick Grinnell.